And we are live and back with another outstanding episode of the Square Table Degenerates. I am joined today by longtime occasional guest host and lifelong pal, Mr. Brian G. What's up, buddy? What's life?
What's up, handsomeness?
Chilling, man, chilling. A lot of you guys might remember from Brian from season 1 of the Square Table Degenerates pre-pandemic, when he had the flat Earth debate with Mr. Tom. Tom's kind of retired from the show. I put out feelers. I don't think he's going to be back. I think he likes his role as a dad. He probably doesn't want to lose his job around all this weed and shit. By the way, speaking of weed, these aren't all weed gummies, but this is how I smuggled the weed gummies into wherever. I just put a bunch of Haribos in there, right in the plane. Security in check, baby. Right back. Yes, we are back from the islands, man. They got a crazy accent down there in the Virgin Islands. It's not quite Jamaican, but it's not quite
Creole.
Yeah.
American.
And dude, we were in the cab, and the one you hear the fucking chatter. The one time we were driving in the cab, and the kids, it felt like an episode or like a mission on Grand Theft Auto with all the chatter going back and forth. It was bro over Nikki. I was like, I feel like this is Grand Theft Auto. This is great. But yeah, we'll do some gummies for super chats, and Brian might do a shot.
I will do a shot.
He will do a shot if you super chat. And we're going to the game after this, so yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. Browns game. Yeah, we're Browns the fuck out. We couldn't be more Browns than this right now. You're in the Browns jersey, and all the Browns jerseys in the background. I'm wearing a Browns shirt. Yes, I did. Hawaii prayers for Hawaii, dude. Maui got burned, bro.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What? That's crazy, right? The one they were saying people. Or give me the. Let's. I'll use this.
What is it, a forest fire or was it a volcano stuff?
I don't know, but like everything was burning. These people were fighting the fires, pretending it's the ocean. The guys literally had to jump in the ocean to not burn up because everything was getting burned. People were just literally jumping in the ocean and swimming around for a little bit. Like it was a funeral for fucking what's his name. That's crazy, dude. I don't know how they're gonna get back, man. I think they probably gonna send there's a lot of military out there, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys out there, if Drew, if you're in the chat, let me know about the base in Hawaii. I don't think Naval Station Pearl Harbor's on Maui, so they could probably put a bunch of fucking cruisers over there. And I heard they're putting up temporary internet towers so people can call. I know you got satellite phones that can do it. Yes, sir. Nick Chubb is in the building. I love Nick Chubb, man. Hopefully he's going off this year. He's one of my favorites, bro. He's such a humble guy, Brian.
So you didn't hear nothing about if it was a forest fire or was it volcano activity? Or
I think they said wildfire, so I'm assuming the same thing we went on in Canada. But or maybe I don't know if the root of the cause, like it was just a fire, because sometimes like what will happen, people have a campfire and they just get up in the trees and burn everything. I just don't know what the cause of it was.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I know Hawaii is basically all volcanoes. So
right. Well, it's built because of a volcano. If there was no volcanoes, you'd have no Hawaii. Robert, what's up, buddy? How's life, man? We got to shout out some people. Shandog in the house. What's up, man? Wep in the building. What's up, Wep? How you doing, bud? Mick, my brother Mick. Shredder. Oh, yeah, man. We're rocking it. Me and B Dizzle. We have no plans but to get high and go to the game. So, I mean, it is what it is. Upcoming dates, though, I did get confirmed on Scott Sable. He's coming on the Sunday the 20th, 6:30. Nice. So don't miss that. And also Barry Shuck, he's a reporter. He's a Browns analyst. He's going to be on the 25th. He does a show on Fox Sports on Tuesdays. I got to watch it. I haven't watched Fox Sports in a hot minute. It's so hard to keep up with all them Browns tubers, dude. There's so many of them. Like, so many of them, bro. Like 100. It's like, my goodness. That's why, don't get me wrong. I love the Browns. I'll talk about the Browns. I'll have whole entire shows about the Browns. But, like, I can't just do the Browns because it's like, one, there's just way too many people doing it. And two, that's not a year-long thing. Like, in April, after free agency and the draft, what are you going to talk about? You know what I mean?
Upcoming season.
Yeah, it gets a little repetitive. If the team starts losing, bro, you know how horrible it is to talk about Browns, your team when you lose? It's just death. I was asking Ken Carmen about that. Ken Carmen, did you see that? Mm-mm. From 92.3 The Fan, the guy in the morning? Do you listen to 92.3 The Fan at all?
Yes, not more recently, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this guy in the morning. He was on a couple weeks ago. And I was asking him about that. And I can't remember what he said exactly because I'm starting to feel the weed. But he's, he said something to the effect like, yeah, it sucks after a loss. Like, this is not fun, bro. We got a Browns lighter, too. This is the most Browns show on the air right now. I'm not going to find no more Browns-centric show than this. Well, I can't say that because there's probably a Browns tuber.
I'm pretty much used to the Browns losing and stuff like that. Though, so
Well,
it's
dude,
not surprising.
Right. Well, the way I am after the debacles of getting my hopes up in 2019 and 2021, this year I'm just going in with optimistic hopes. If it happens, it's good. If it doesn't, whatever. I'm expecting, the over-under is like 9.5. I'm expecting maybe 10 wins. I mean, 10, 11. 11 would be nice.
I want us to be the guys in our division. As long as
Yeah.
we like kind of stomp them out and not even make, the playoffs, I guess.
I'd love to I'd like to win the division. We haven't won the division in 32 fucking years. I'd like to win the division.
That'd be nice. I mean, every team likes to do that, but I'm going to be a real Browns fan this year, so I'm going to bet against them every game.
That's the way to do it, because either way you win.
Yeah, because I'll pay to see them win. I'd rather pay $50 to see them win and win $50 when they go. So
I haven't done any of the gambling apps. Have you downloaded any of those gambling apps?
Alicia has, and she has won some money.
Okay.
But her brother pays the guy like $25 a week.
Okay.
Just to get his bets. But
Okay.
as far as I know, they've been making pretty good money.
Because you could do the parlays are where it's at with those bets. You know what I mean? Like you could bet the over under and the game and the fucking spread.
I think that's what he does. That's what he does too.
It looks like a Barbie nightlight. Which over there in the corner, that's an Indians, Cleveland Indians light. We got what's that, tequila over there? Hold that bottle up, Brian. I think it's tequila. Yeah, Jose Cuervo. We were smelling that the other day, dude. I ain't smelled tequila in a hot minute, bro. Fuck. Woo! I didn't do a shot. It was fucking just smelling like tequila. All right, Shredder, take it easy, brother. Livestock, what's up, buddy? We're chilling, man. We're just getting high before the game, talking about. I titled the show Summer Extension Jam. Brian, you remember the Summer Extension Jam?
Yes, I do.
So me and Brian went to, I don't know if they had them after 1993, but 1992, no, it was 93 and 94.
Yeah.
Me and Brian went to the Summer Extension Jams.
CeeLo, Leanne Summers was a...
Yeah, and I was going to tell you, I brought that up because, back in the day, back in 93, Brian thought Leanne Summers was like the hottest thing ever.
She was cute.
And she's still pretty, and she's still in the market. I was trying to get her on the show. I was talking to her on Facebook. But then, she's like, oh, I got to have you fill out this paperwork for iHeartRadio. I was like, I ain't doing paperwork. You know what I mean? And it's probably bullshit because fucking Ken Carmen works at the same bank of stations, and he didn't have to fill any fucking paperwork.
So she's still a host, though. She's a host in San Francisco?
No, she's here in Cleveland. She's on the country station.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We don't listen to country music, so we don't know that. What is it with chicks in country? What is it? Especially fucking, what's his name's wife, dude?
Small town.
Joe Gabrowski's wife, bro. She fucking, she loves country music. She's obsessed with that shit.
I'm going to try that in a small town.
It's
a lot of country has been turned to not so much as hip hop, but
it's a pop country. It's like Sam Hunt and fucking Morgan Wallen and all that bullshit. They get a hot guy out there, or I'm not saying hot guy. I don't think these guys are attractive. Any more attractive to me, but yeah. Somebody, a fucking Midwestern wife, will find attractive, and they just throw them out there, have them sing songs about trucks breaking down, and then fucking they're a success. And it's a wash, rinse, repeat thing. It's like the boy bands for soccer moms. Let's be real. These country guys. Ask anybody who's really into country. I'm talking about the old heads who like Merle Haggard and fucking, Hank Williams Sr. and shit. Those guys who are like back in rebel country and shit. Ask them what they think about fucking Sam Hunt and Morgan Whaley and all those guys. They'd be like, fuck out of here with your pop punk, your pop country. You got time for that shit. I'm never going to see Morgan Whaley, dude. Never.
Well, let's go see Jelly Roll because he's more hip hop.
Jelly Roll's like country rock, though. He's more trailer rock. Yeah. Let's be real. He's trailer rock. He's a nice guy, but he's total trailer rock. Look at his. Have you seen his wife? Did her titties like fucking Bowie's. They're fake as fuck.
No. I know he's been with her for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, they probably got a good relationship, but and I hate saying this because I don't like judging people's appearances. I'm not like that, but she, if you just look at her physically, she just doesn't look. I don't know. I mean, she's skinny. She's got that whole model look, whatever. But I don't know. I just don't find her physically attractive. And I apologize, Jelly Roll, if you're watching, buddy.
He probably don't mind. It's his wife.
Yeah. He probably have it. He's probably like, fuck, great. Well,
I've heard they've been together for a long time.
They might have been. I don't know.
People like that.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I mean, if you find love in high school, it seems to be the most successful kind because you don't know any better when you're going out. You know what I mean? And you stick with that person. If it's out of high school, I know this is kind of weird. Well, you didn't really go to high school. But, did you go to high school? Where'd you go?
John Marshall.
Did you graduate? Did you get, no?
Dropped out in 11th grade.
11th grade?
Yep. First semester, 11th grade.
Did you ever get your follow-up diploma?
in 2002.
Nice.
4 years later.
You know, the funny thing is you could lie about your high school diploma and nobody ever looks at it. They just assume. When was the last time somebody... I don't even know where my high school diploma is. I don't even think I got it.
Where you went to St. Ignatius?
Cleveland Central Catholic. I went to
Central Catholic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember that. You and Hernan and fucking Larry, right?
Yeah, Larry Terstage. I haven't that fucking guy.
I just seen him last weekend.
Did you really?
Yes.
Where at? So I can
Over
avoid the
at
area.
Bob's.
Over at Bob's? Okay.
Yeah, he lives not too far from me either in that hood. Country pop, though. I think I like country music more now is because it's like a genre skipper. No, you know what I mean? Like it used to be just straight like Billy Ray Cyrus kind of shit, but now it's like, oh, it's kind of like more hip hop.
I like that Miley Ray Cyrus, that one song, that Party USA. I know people...
Is that considered?
That's a standard. It's probably not country, but I know people consider it's a standard. That's a fucking banger, dude. That's a banger song. You know what I mean? All I see is stilettos. It's a good song, bro.
Honestly, Joe, I need to up my music listening too, because I basically still listen to 98.5, and lately I've been listening to like what is it, like Casey and the Sunshine Band, anything like disco, just because it puts me in a good mood.
I fuck with Casey. I fuck with some 70s music, bro. I'll turn on Bill Withers is Lovely Day. It's one of my favorites. It kind of makes me cry, bro.
He's got a good album.
Hey, because when I was at work, do you remember my friend Dobie that passed away at work? When I got that guy from Boys to Men, Sean, I can't remember his last name, but he did a fucking cameo for, said, but he sang Lovely Day by Bill Withers. And like fucking 2 weeks after that, fucking Dobie died. So every time I hear that song, I think about it, and I think about that, and I tear up a little bit. But yeah, I fuck with that and some fucking Let's Stick Together. Dude, fucking, those songs are bangers, bro. Those Al Green ones, those are fucking... I don't fuck with the Barry White because they played it too much. I don't listen to Barry White, but
that's more of love making.
Yeah. I got a deep voice myself, so it's like I don't really listen to deep voice music. You know what I mean? And Barry White's he's not a good artist, but I just don't listen to deep voice music. I like
same shit I like fucking 10 years ago.
You know, it's funny how many people I've had on the show of songs that we've liked from back in the day. Escape Club, Wild Wild West. I've had that guy on. I had a ride here right now. The guy from Jesus Jones. I had a tag team.
There it is. Oh my God, you had fucking.
DC Glenn was on. Oh, yeah.
You had all the old. Could you ever imagine that you would be interviewing Spice One fucking 25 years
Volume
ago?
10. Volume 10 was one of the first ones we did. He was one of the first music guys I had on, and that Pistol Grip Pump is still probably one of my top 10 favorite songs, dude. Pistol Grip Pump on my lap at all times. Fuck, that's a banger, man. God damn it. Everybody associates it with Rage, and I love Rage Against the Machine, but fuck you, Rage. That's Volume 10, Dino Hopkins' song, bro.
Didn't you have RBX too?
I was supposed to get RBX on. He goes to me on Instagram. I haven't talked to him in a minute. Once I got to turn back on the camera. Sorry about that, fellas. And lady, I haven't seen any ladies yet, so that happens.
What's cool probably just to stay in touch, because I imagine a lot of these people are just like normal 9 to 5, maybe a couple hundred.
Well, yeah, like the one guy fucking works at the restaurant. That Portuguese wrestler. He works at the restaurant still, so I had to rebook that like 3 times. But a lot of this, a lot of the pandemic. Well, obviously the pandemic's over, so people are out doing gigs now. They're on the road. They don't have the time that they did back in the day when everybody was stuck in the house. You know what I mean?
Well, now more than ever, I understand why people promote their shit and stuff like that. It's because you really want to let people know that you're in town. Because a movie could come out or a concert could come, and if they don't get promotion on that, nobody would ever know. There's a lot of people that want to go see them at a comedy club or a concert and stuff like that, and you just don't know. So I agree with self-promoting more now than I ever.
Promotion is the hardest part of show business, and it's not even close. Especially for a show like this. Because standard people, they'll see a show like this. Say, for example, just take a random person. Say I was talking to Larry Terstage. And he's like, hey, Joe, what you doing? I got this YouTube show. Got to check it out. The first thing they think instinctively in their head is, anybody can do that. I can do that. Right. And since they know you.
But Larry could be like the next Dieter or Dump.
They're going to be a latent hater on it. And I know it's a weird thing to say, but your typical inner circle of friends is not going to be your most ardent supporters on YouTube and social media. They're just not. Yeah, Brian is.
Can you imagine that though? If Bob and Danny, and
Right, if they're proactive
and all
about it,
like
into
really
it.
like, oh, tonight's a fucking square table degenerate.
Right, come
and
on,
I always do that.
Mhm.
At least I listen. I try to listen.
Brian will check in. Brian's one of the few.
Because I'm a supporter.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Hell yeah, man! You got to support your friends' businesses as much as you can. I know we can't. At the end of the day, some people got businesses. If it's a shit business model, it's hard to support them. I get that. I mean, it's because you say support your friends' businesses, and then you get all these fucking Etsy people and all the, LuLaRoe people. Oh yeah, we got the no. If you paid $150 to become a consultant,
okay,
you're not a fucking businessman. It's not a small business. It's what's called a pyramid scheme and a scam. Okay?
You need a group.
If you can buy the things up at Walmart for fucking half of what the people your friends are selling it for, you don't got a good model. All right? You can't get the square table degenerates up at Walmart. It's not sold in any fucking store. It's only for free right here on YouTube. So this is a pretty fucking easy business to support if you get what I'm laying down right about now. I don't ask much of anybody. Just watch me rant and talk like an idiot.
Yeah, right.
You'll laugh. You'll get some good guests. You'll get people like Brian, Tommy Chong, fucking Sam Fox. I've had some sweet people on for a guy who does a show out of his fucking garage, bro. It's insane.
A lot of good people too.
NBL, what's up, buddy? Chilling, man. Hell yeah, dude, that was great, right? I love that fucking them islands, bro. You got to get to the islands one of these days. I know it's a weird thing to say considering your current life situation, but one of these days you got to get to the Virgin Islands, bro.
Well, I've been wanting to go to Puerto Rico for the last.
We got to get a huge Puerto Rico trip going, bro. If you just get your airfare, me, I get the room and fuck, we can just hook that shit up.
It's just always that's the most important time for regular workers around springtime and summertime stuff like the beginning of summer. It's really hard to say, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm gonna take a 5-day, 4-day fucking week on job.
That's the beauty about my job right now is I can just pretty much any day I want off, I can get off.
They've been treating you good though, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I love my real world job. I love it. That's why I estimated it would take about $15,000 a month coming into YouTube for me to quit that job. And I know it sounds like a lot, but when you consider the benefits and the flexibility and this, I mean,
they treat you good, man. That's
right.
Carl tells me they treat him fucking awesome, dude.
Oh, fucking Carl loves it. He loves it. He's working out there. He's probably working overtime, working chilling. Yeah. He makes over. I don't want to say what he makes.
But he makes good money. But it's just even more concerning because him being in the profession he is, half nurse, and he says it's hard to see people that he thinks are above him that he knows more like physically. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I saw Jenny at the fucking VA the other day. She was checking in people.
Yeah, she works there now too. Yeah.
It was funny because she gave me a hug. And there's this old guy in a wheelchair. Who's like, "How come he gets a hug?" Jules, what is up? How you doing, sweetheart?
Okay, it took me a minute to realize it, but this guy, Godfrey,
Jeffrey, that's the guy from Cosby.
Yeah, but he was people was making fun of him because he was working at
the Costco or whatever. Yeah.
But even that of somebody just filming him, that's all he works at. That gave him more business and publicity, and he got other jobs. And he was just being a normal person.
Probably playing.
You know what I mean?
Playing like a motherfucker.
I don't think he was playing. I think he really was just working a regular fucking part-time fucking job, and somebody had to call.
You know what was playing though was that small town. Try that in a small town controversy. There's no way on God's green earth. Morgan, who was the guy? I can't remember the guy's name. Oh, Jason Aldean's people. Jason Aldean's people were like, "Yo, CMT, you guys aren't relevant at all. My boy needs a boost. Say this song's offensive, and we'll roll with it." Sounds good. Click.
I think the only thing that made that song offensive was the video.
Oh yeah.
And even the video that they're showing, yeah, of course, that's anti-Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. But the courthouse that he was at, that's what makes that
right. Wasn't that in Tulsa when there's several lynchings in front of that?
Right.
And if you want, and I don't want to get into a civics lesson, but if you want to, learn about some history. Type in Tulsa, race riots, shit like that. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff you don't learn about.
In 1921, I never knew about that. Black Wall Street and something.
Yeah, Tulsa was a huge population for a lot of African Americans. They burnt the fucker to the ground, bro. It's pretty bad.
As far as that Jason Aldean song goes, that song is 100% okay. Try that all the time. Every fucking hillbilly and country boy and town over fucking less than fucking 100,000, they agree with that shit. But when he showed the video the real people that knew about the video, they was trying to drag on the Black Lives Matter shit, all the footage and stuff like that. What they really drug on is the courthouse. Everybody who has like some common sense knows what they was trying to say about the courthouse.
Oh yeah.
That's all it was about.
People get so caught up. People never read the actual story.
Yeah.
They always react on the headline. You can tell. You go to comments, you can see what they fucking say in the comments. I mean, most people in comments are there to just incendiate fights, troll, if you will. You know what I mean? I can't imagine this. Or, just they say stupid shit.
Well, I imagine half of them are like me, and they make comments like when they're pooping and stuff like that, like early in the morning or late in the evening. They're really not thinking about what they're talking about. They just, off the top of my head.
Right. Well, a lot of it I don't even comment on anymore because it's like I'm me, dude. I don't like repetition. So like if there's a story and they post it and the comments are always gonna be the same, I just whatever. You know what I mean? I'll check out of my own threads on my own page. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I will admit I don't even read all the comments. Like I'll say something and people will get in little bickering matches. It's like a whole group of 10 of them. They just bicker back and forth and back. I don't read it. I just don't. They'll even text me about like, I can't believe your friend. I don't care.
Well, it's good. It's good to read.
You have to have discourse.
Yeah. Because like I was saying, it's like it's kind of a give and take thing. Because I've said some dumb shit that I didn't agree with, or some shit that sounded different when I type it, and it sounds different than when I'm like trying to talk to somebody about it and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah.
You got to keep up with the people especially who watch you and comment on your shit.
Let
them know that you care.
At this point, and I know for a fact this is true, so don't be like, this guy's a fucking narcissist and shit like that, because people have told me this. But there's several people who tune into my page every day, just, hear a couple funny things, keep up with the news, you know what I mean? They like the random shit I say and stuff like that. It's entertaining, and it's not an echo chamber. I don't block anybody unless it's a bot, unless they personally threaten me or something like that, which is never, pretty much. I can count on one hand the amount of people I block. So you get opinions and whatnot on my Facebook page, you're not going to get anywhere else because everybody's an echo chamber. They block people, don't disagree with them. That's not the way you get shit done. Exactly, NBL. Life's too short to pay attention to trolls. And you'll notice on this channel, how many trolls do we get in here? We can never get trolls in here.
99.9%.
Right. I mean, there might be once in a while somebody will come we just don't even acknowledge it. Everybody's modded, so they fucking just block it. I mean, it's fun over here, dude.
It's a bigger world, and you have to appreciate everybody else that lives in there.
Oh, exactly. You can't be out there being a mean-o, bro.
They don't know you as much as they do. They know Joe because this is the Joe that, of course, I know you would say.
I'm a very charitable person, bro. I do a lot for a lot of people, and I never talk about it.
Because you're a normal, not normal guy, kind of guy.
Right. You gotta be keep out the bad vibes. I mean, you gotta accept reality. I mean, some things you have to acknowledge when they're there. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and because there's some people will just say, block out the bad, and then they never acknowledge anything that's bad and everything's good all the time. And then they turn into fucking Ned Flanders. You can't live a life like that in the real world. I mean, you just can't. There's certain things you have to acknowledge. You got to make money. You got to have a house. You got to have a car. You got to have health insurance.
No, Joe, do you think that really that marijuana and that pot has something to do with that, though?
No, I mean, it has something to do with my not being on the attack mode a lot. Like, I'm a lot calmer. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so weird to me. You know how much we used to smoke.
Remember how much I was anti-weed for most of my life, bro. I used to make fun of you guys.
Just recently, you know what I mean? And even back then, you probably hit it once or something, but it was like hardly ever.
I was lit when I smoked. There was probably 3 times I smoked when I was in the guard, and each one of those times I was fucking drunk off my ass, and somebody just handed me a joint. I was like, you know how it is when you're drunk, you just have no, you don't care, so you just smoke it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was pretty anti-weed for a while. Not anti-weed, just whatever. Why can't these guys smoke? Yeah, I didn't get the overall picture, the overall meaning of what it means to, be a pothead and experience lifestyle, that kind of stuff. Because you're gonna use it every day if you smoke. Typically, with you still have to fund operations. You still gotta make your money, but all your free time, you don't have to be doing something. Whatever, you're gonna be smoking if you're smoking weed.
Well, I've been more on a spiritual thing lately. I've been trying to think that maybe just drugs ain't the way for everything. You know what I mean? Like, it does help a lot of people with a lot of different things, but just maybe it's not the way. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, if you break it down, though, I mean,
not the true way, you know,
Yeah.
just being yourself. Like,
Right,
you
right.
know, how,
Always,
like, how some
no.
people like flip out if they don't have weed.
Well,
Or
it's also,
they don't
I mean,
have their pills or their
there is
beer.
practical uses for it. I mean, my feet do fucking hurt all the time, and it does make me able to walk from the car to the stadium and not be like, oh my god, I got a limp in here.
People have vices,
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Like even the non-drug people, they have their little vices. You just gotta like really focus in on what your vice is.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Are you better than anybody you could criticize? That's why I try to not judge and criticize people. You know what I mean? Because I'm probably just as worse as somebody else's eyes.
I mean, in the also in the year 2023, it's not a secret what everything does. You know what I mean? If you want to look into something, you can look at the results. I mean, there's certain drugs, there's no productivity at all. There's not. You know, heroin, methamphetamines, a lot of that shit, it destroys your life. The evidence is there. You know, cocaine, crack.
But
you
maybe
know,
sometime this has improved other people's lives because they had a different perspective of it.
Right. We
dudes that like you said, dudes smoke weed.
You have to have a positive mindset. Your life has to be going well. I mean, if you're homeless or you're not, you know, striving to be better, and you're just sitting out smoking weed, and it's probably something chemically wrong.
Or having a glass of wine.
Right.
You know, I mean, we're realistic. People that have a glass of wine, or they have to get in, this is maybe extreme, but their hour of their show. You know what I mean? They have to watch their show. You know what I mean? There's a lot of females that are like that too.
These chicks be watching them fucking murder dramas, bro. And I don't get it. What is the obsession with this true crime and all this crap? I like asses too, but you know me, dude. I'm a titty man. I love me some fucking titties. What's that?
These ain't regular?
The ones that are shaped like teddy bears are non-weed, and the square ones are weed. That's how I smuggle them. That's how I smuggle gummies, in case you didn't know. It's not really smuggling, I guess, because it's medicine. But like, I'm not trying to hear it.
Ones.
All right, cool. Groovy's in the building. What's up, buddy? Yeah, so, I mean, when it comes to the overall thing on weed, or just any drug in particular, I mean, when people bring up the weed/drug thing,
you can abuse anything.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion, too, that, you know, caffeine's a drug as well. Caffeine's probably worse for you than
you can abuse anything.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to have moderation to an extent. I mean, if you go overboard on weed, the thing I love about weed is it's kind of self-regulating. You know what I mean? If you get too high, you're just like, okay, I'm good. And you're chilling. You know what I mean? If you're really too high, you're just gonna fall asleep. You know what I mean? It's not gonna. If you're too drunk, God knows what's gonna happen. Me and this guy, I probably got fucking 80 hours of stories of what we do.
I know people that smoke weed, they smoke themselves sober, is what they say. They smoke so much weed that they're just not even fucking high anymore because they don't fucking smoke like 2.5 ounces of the good shit, and they don't even think that they're high. They just think they're what is the word? Normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still get fucking high as balls, dude. I don't know what it is, man. I do the same amount every day. I mean, it's not like I'm fucking doing less from yesterday than today, and I still get fucking fried.
Oh man, I better hope the zombie apocalypse don't come.
Look, I'm not worried about zombies in any form.
Pies are gonna be the first ones that gone. You know, because they're just always.
I'll get the zombies high, bro. I'll get the zombies high. I don't give a fuck.
Be like, water. I want some weed.
Oh yeah, shit, son. I'm all about the weed, bro. You know that. Oh yeah, so
you smoke some good shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you just gotta buy it. Nice. To 250 milligrams. It sounds a little high, sir. Whoa, let me turn back on the camera. Sorry about that. These here, I'll give you a point of reference. Groovy, check it out, bro. So these ones right here, right from the state of Michigan, I can sell you the package. These ones right here are 20 milligrams, okay? So, and these, you can do a couple of these, they'll get you pretty fucked up. 250, what's it? All right. 250 of these would be like 12 of these. No, yeah, about 12 of these fuckers. That would get you fucking fried, bro. So I don't know. I have to check them doses because you guys, not all the dosages are accurate. They're not. Especially, I mean, a lot of them are just arbitrary. When I was over in the UK, I got a couple ones that, you know, they do it. It would say, but it said like 3,000 milligrams. I guarantee it thing's no more than 30, maybe no more than 20. You know what I mean? I think he shaved his beard after the first year. Isn't that right? Did you shave your beard after the first year there, Groovy? I think that's what it was. He's cutting his hair for a year, not cutting his hair. I can't remember. I don't know. I only talk to people every now and then, bro. He's doing his thing. We're chilling. No haircut at all. I know you growing long hair. You can be like fucking Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump, but with working legs, or what's the deal there? It says, Groovy, you should listen to Northern Boys, Sexy Train, Granddad Rappers. Okay. I don't mind old people, but I'm not sure about old people rappers. I don't know. I just don't. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I don't know. It'd be like me singing fucking big band. I guess you can't sing big band, but like it'd be like me trying to fucking do Pavarotti or something. Like there's no value there. Why am I trying to fucking scene steal? You know what I mean? These old people don't need to be rapping. Except that one old lady, Ellen Dow, in the Wedding Singer. She was funny though. Do you remember that, Brian, in the Wedding Singer? When Ellen Dow, the old lady, was like a hip hop, a hip to the hippity hip hop, stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Dude, that was fucking funny. That was the only good time that an old person rapping was funny to me. Whoa, scared me there.
That's not true.
What's that? One was another old time.
Betty White raps most of her life.
I don't know. I never found that too funny. No Shave October coming up. I don't shave. I try to shave. I always keep it close. I don't like getting a long beard. I'm not a long beard guy. I'm not. Brian, you haven't had a beard in a while, huh?
This is all I've ever done for the last 20-some years.
I remember when I gotta tell you a story about Brian. So I go to basic training in November 1995. I go to basic training in tech school for the Air Guard. I'm down there for like 5 months. I come back. Brian's bald. I come back. Brian's hair's growing out. He has like a fro. Don Johansson called it pubic hairs. Remember that? Mm-hmm. He still look like pubic hair. Now, yeah. Right, that's why he didn't grow it anymore because Don still look like pubes and he fucking shaved his head ever since. Miss Piggy, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, me and Lep and Don and Daryl are going. Gaff, what's up, buddy? We're rocking it. Dude, we've had like 4 countries check in, bro. Fucking international.
Nice. You need to talk news and fires more often. And not get political about it.
If you get political, you tend to get censored. A lot of these places, it's weird. If you follow any of the...
That's why you should just talk news. You shouldn't talk political news. It was like how UFOs are apparently real now.
I'm also... if I knew enough on the subject, I saw that. I did see that headline.
But ain't that just crazy? Is that nobody cares?
I mean, what do you think about being... if you don't have a house or you're struggling to pay your fucking bills, bro, you're not going to give a fuck about some shit that's not really going to affect you.
Ain't that funny, though? To me, that's hilarious. I keep on seeing a YouTube video like, hey, the government has been showing YouTube videos, but guess what? It's because they owe you $500 and fucking health benefits or whatever like that. Like, that is the craziest.
I could make the VA's reputation so good if they just let me fucking go crazy on YouTube. I would literally, I could get the agency looking like a banger, dude. I really could. Fucking I could.
Well, could you do that without making it political?
I'd have to throw in some provisos like, yo, with the current administration, certain things are like this, you know what I mean?
Stuff is happening right now.
Right. Troy is in the building. What is up, buddy?
But that was the funnest YouTube commercial to me, man. Oh, all these aliens are flying around, but it's because the government owes you $500. Claim your benefits right now. That just seems so weird.
It is the 50th anniversary of hip hop. I think they renamed East 99 Bone Thugs Way or some shit, which is funny to me.
Was that today?
Because in the 90s, Bone Thugs was out in that street selling drugs the whole time, getting arrested. Now they named the street after him, so it's kind of fucking funny how time heals all wounds. But that was today, yeah. So the one guy was supposed to be on the show was talking to his agent, and it just kind of fell through. It was either Crazy. I think it was Crazy Bone was supposed to be on. I was close to his fucking agent. I hate that, dude. That's the one thing. It's really irritating. I'll talk about too much just because nobody wants to hear about the mundanity. But like when you talk to somebody like, oh yeah, and they're enthusiastic, and then they just fucking crickets. There's probably like 15, 20 people this happened to me on. Just random guys you're talking to. They think you're gonna do the show, and then they, oh yeah, and then you ask, hey, when you're available on this date, and they just literally don't respond. They just don't. No, it's like
probably because they're normal people. You probably should follow them on Instagram.
Well, I do. This is what I message them. It's like, couldn't I? You just say, oh yeah, I changed my mind. Just give me closure, motherfucker.
I got a PS5. You wanted me to kick your ass in some Warzone or something like that. They'd probably be like, oh yeah, bring it.
What was considered hip hop in 1973? I think it was the Sugar Hill Gang, maybe. I don't even know.
And that's before Blondie, I imagine.
And what's that? Africa Bombata and the Soultastic Force. Isn't that it?
No.
Sam, I almost my first hip hop song that I would recognize as hip hop is probably Rapper's Delight, and that was '79. And I fuck with all the '80s shit. I mean, the early shit was. A lot of it's fucking corny. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to listen to.
It would be Blondie for me, man.
Blondie was considered rap.
Well, that Rapture or whatever.
What? Let me type into Google. What was the first rap song? Or ask Google. Okay, Google. What is considered the first rap song?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Oh, well, thanks, man. What does it say?
Rapper's Delight.
So it says Rapper's Delight. I don't think Rapper's Delight was fucking 73. Rapper's Delight was 79, I think.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good rappers, man. Because I just found out, and you shouldn't do that on there too, because it's gonna wake up everybody's phones. And...
Yeah, it happens. It happens. People always type in the chat when it happens.
No, that's a good question because I just found out this question not too long ago, and I would have to imagine it would be like the Motown or the earlier country singers and stuff like that. They just put a really good tune to a rhyme and
well, it's probably
song.
Like, do you remember doo-wop? Well, you know, we don't remember doo-wop, but you've heard of doo-wop before.
Well, that's why I think of like Motown and stuff like that. The old stuff.
I fucking love some Motown,
really old.
dude. The Temptations, bro.
Yeah, like before Barry
Barry
Harvey or Barry
Barry Gordy.
Barry Gordy. You know what I mean? Before them. You know what I mean? That's a good question.
What is considered the first rap song? It says Rapper's Delight 79. Why does it say it's fucking 50? The first rap record didn't come from the Sugar Hill Gang. It's by the Fayetteville Observer.
Because gangster rap is different than rap. I think gangster rap,
Bill Curtis and his Fatback Band.
Yeah, when gangster rap came out, I think that kind of changed the genre because it was like people that was talking about murdering and killing and making money. You know what I mean? It was
I'm not recognizing 50 years of hip hop with this bullshit. We'll recognize that shit in 7 years. No way, it's not happening.
What is he saying?
I was saying there wasn't any hip hop in 73. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've looked this up, and Rapper's Delight's considered the first song. And I'm not riding with that 50-year anniversary. No way. Not happening. But yeah, what rap did, I mean, 80s rap was okay. Run DMC was good. Curtis Blow was okay. But yeah, once it became anti-establishment is when it became really good.
I would say Blondie, Rapture. I think that's one of the first club bangers and to where somebody was like actually rapping with a good disco beat to where you could understand that. That's my answer.
Aerosmith helped out when they did that Walk This Way.
That
was a good mix over. But the it's NWA really started. That's when it really got good.
Gangsta rap.
I mean, when it became anti-establishment is when it took off because it became about protests about the way
it's always been anti-establishment.
It was good for a while, but then they started getting about the stupid shit. And then around whenever the Hot Boys came out, and then around that time, it became about flashing shit and gold and jewelry, and it just became too over the top. And then they just started manufacturing it, and that's what it was like. But I mean, other people came along a long time and saved it. Eminem was great.
Well, I always thought hip hop has been more about the culture of the time. So it's like really hard for me to describe a genre of music because like people sample from shit. Like like in 93, 92, Dre's whole album was sampled from some Parliament Funkadelic.
Literally all the 70s shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of weird for me to kind of say that I don't like this era of music or I didn't like that era of music because it didn't affect me back then at that time. You know what I mean? So it's like I try to kind of be humble on like hip hop because you know what I mean? There's songs that people I don't like, but then I like Drake. You know what I mean? It's like it's weird.
I like a couple Drake songs.
I like a lot. I like a lot of people's shit, man. But I'm more of a artist kind of guy. You know what I mean? You give me something new and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. This is weird. I don't really listen to much music. I mean, I listen to the classics. I listen to my hair metal. I listen to Limp Bizkit. I listen to fucking, Blink-182 shit like that. But like new music, I mean, I'll check out MGK's new shit if he's got a good new one. But other than that, if I see it in a commercial or something, or if it's one that I know, or
so shit like 2 Chainz and none of them guys. You never
every once in a while, if a song breaks through and I've heard it,
because there's musicians and rappers out there that got good songs.
Oh yeah, Future's pretty good. There's some good ones. I mean, but it's like I just don't feel like keeping up with it, and
that's cool.
And it's like I would like to even support some of my buddies, but it's like I noticed a lot of my buddies, and this is a weird thing to say, and I hopefully none of them are listening, but like they get really sad with their music promotion. Like, you know what I mean? Like I see them and they'll rap a good, decent song, but like if they're not getting that instant success, they'll just
give up on it.
Yeah, or they just don't have the trying, and they're probably trying to make it See, what you got to do, Brian, in life is you got to make your money first, then get your hobbies. If you're trying to make your hobbies, get paid for it, and then have that be your lifestyle, it's never going to work, and you're never going to have fun because you're going to be trapped. And you get stuck in a depressed cycle. This shit right here, this is all fucking gravy. This is all fun and profit.
I always thought, to me, you know me, it's kind of like establish being yourself first. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be thought of out of something that I actually am. So once you establish the kind of person you are first, then maybe go on to your financial or your dreams or something like that. That's just my personal opinion. But as far as hip hop music and rap goes and shit like that, man, there's so many good artists out there, but there's just so many artists. So don't let yourself get drowned down. Because I like that. I've respected you say that because I can imagine you in 5 years listening to some motherfucking Future, like bumping that shit. You know what I mean? So that's what I think's cool about that.
In the record industry, it's just a shit industry to get into right now. I mean, aside from a couple of hand chosen people who sneak through, you got to have a hook or something. It's just thousands of good artists because the barrier to entry is so low now.
I don't think that's true.
Like anybody with a computer could turn on a fucking thing and make a song.
And I think that's what makes artists greater now.
Oh yeah, that makes them great. But in terms of making money, forget about it. I mean, unless you're touring
or Justin Bieber.
Yeah, you're not getting no money off of fuck. That's why so many are going to TikTok. You're not getting no money off of fucking Spotify or streaming. Fuck out of here. If they're getting the same pay rates as YouTubers, which they probably are, probably a little bit less. Can you imagine
somebody telling Justin Bieber that motherfucking, you know what I mean? 15, 20 years ago, a little Canadian kid singing fucking songs on his guitar.
A lot of it's just about timing in life and when you grew up. I mean,
I think it's about individuality, man.
But I mean, a lot of success, like an opportunity, is just where you grow up and what time you grew up. Like if you're growing up in an era when everything's saturated, chances are you're not gonna be able to get in the industry. I mean, look at like people who are 35 or 30 right now. Back when I was 30, it was easy to buy a house. You could buy a house with fucking 2% interest, and the house would be fucking $80,000. You can still get a decent house. Now, forget about it. That price has doubled, and nobody gets them anymore.
It is crazy.
It's literally just about where. I mean, like if you're born in Southern California, you're born in New York City, you're gonna have a huge advantage over somebody who's born in Cleveland or born in Dubuque, Iowa.
It's my first house that I've ever had. First apartment.
Nice.
I've never lived nowhere else in my whole life except me and Jennifer.
Sweet Emotion was kind of a rap, hip hop and steroids. Yeah. I was a metalhead. I'll get to go. Metalhead, so I didn't really big deal to me in 1970. Yeah, I didn't see the 1973 thing. I don't know. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. I've never paid for a house and lived there by myself. I've always either had a roommate or a girlfriend.
Right.
Literally, like when I was in. Anyway, I lived in my parents' till I was like, I don't know, 22, whatever. I moved in with Kramer.
Right.
That was in 2000. And then after that, I take that back. For a little tiny bit in Kent, I was technically. But that was after Mandy was in the nursing home. That wasn't the intention at first, you know what I mean? Because we were living together. And then she went to the nursing home. And then I was just doing that. And then after that, I moved back to my parents for like a month. Then I moved with Kramer again. Then after that, it was all in government housing for a couple of years. And then with Kim, then I bought the house.
Is that weird?
Yeah. I've never had that whole just where I'm just, and at this point, I don't think I ever will because like the kids will probably be here for a while. You know what I mean? And I'll probably still be married for a while too. So I don't know.
Married for a while. Yeah, I've never had a spot on my own.
That's crazy. I mean, paying the rent and everything, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, she's a big help. You know what I mean?
That's good, man. Yeah.
I would be back with, number one if I could, but I can't because I can't afford. Everything's so expensive. I am paying as much as rent in a 1-bedroom apartment in the ghetto than I was paying at our house that we've owned, or apparently she's owned since 2001.
That's crazy, right? Dude, my with everything, with taxes and insurance and everything like this, the place will only fucking, and I'll keep in mind the water, I got water bills, electric bills, all that, but it's only like fucking $1,050 a month for this place.
Something needs to be done about the financial situation.
Oh, 100%. Like you can't have people.
And we don't have what the boomers had.
Yeah. Oh, well, the problem is, I'll give you a couple things that people don't think about. But all these Airbnbs and these VRBOs and shit like that, that's killing neighborhoods. It's horrible.
I think it's smart.
It's horrible. I mean, it's because it'll have, instead of 20 guys owning a house, you got one guy owning 20 houses. And There's nobody in this fucking. And if say you got a whole block of 8 vacation rental by owners and shit, the whole block of that. There's people moving in there. They're not fucking working in the area. They're not paying taxes in that area. It's a drain in the fucking all the tax system. It's fucking horrible. Oh, Doofer. Congratulations to Mr. Doof. Proof of fucking medical cannabis in the United Kingdom. Fucking hey, dude, you're a trailblazer, so you're gonna call you fucking Doof marijuana seed at the end of the day. Cheers to fucking new beginnings.
Awesome endings.
Hell yeah. How's the tequila, bro? I haven't had tequila in probably 15 years.
Pretty good. I haven't had in like 2. I've been drinking like a lot of the Rock. I guess the Rock's got something. Terramana. He's got some tequila going on. And,
See, I don't like this. Is a really big pet peeve of mine. The Rock, stay in your lane with all this shit. We know you don't drink. You know that's why Trump vodka was not successful. I ain't gonna promote something you don't drink. It'd be like coming out with Joey Edibles fucking tampons. I don't use tampons. What the fuck would I know about tampons and fucking flow and shit like that down there? It'd be a horrible endorsement. You know what I mean? So stay in your lane, Rock.
he made his own stuff.
The Rock. Oh, he made his own. Are you wearing makeup?
No, everybody makes.
Looks like you're wearing makeup on your lip. You sure you're not wearing makeup?
Yes, positive.
Right.
Everybody wears fucking everybody
wears makeup.
is making tequila now. I guess that's the
it's because it's
biggest
cheap.
thing.
Well, what they do, and I watched a
Making
video
their
on
own
this.
liquors.
Well, they'll make it, and like say this is Joey Edibles brand tequila, or oh yeah, come buy this, and they're really into it, and then they get involved in the marketing and the celebrities promoting and shit like that. Then they'll fucking get to the peak and they just sell to some corporation. It happens all the time.
Vitamin water
All the time.
with 50 cents. Good shit.
Oh yeah, I love it, Doof. I love it, Doof the Eighth.
Capitalism is awesome.
Capitalism is some bullshit. I mean, it's all been modified, but we're in another gilded age, dude. We are. How many billionaires are there? Why do we need them? We don't need billionaires. How many yachts does fucking Bezos need? You want to fucking let Elon Musk buy Twitter again? Change it to X?
We do need billionaires.
We don't
I want somebody to give me a fucking job making $200,000 a year.
I want that job to have benefits and fucking other thing. And in a capitalist society, currently how we have set up, it's not meant to do that because the unions ain't doing it. You're not getting the fucking benefits from any job. I mean, if it was an incentive to get you to work there, but the current situation that people just deal, it's fucking bullshit.
Like I've been raised in capitalism, though. I mean, to me,
Capitalism has failed you as a man. It has.
Well, because
to an extent, I'm not saying you're some parts of your life
I
are
think
success, but
because I'm just like one of the regular people that falls through the cracks and can't capitalize on what they do best or some random
if
shit.
you had access to
like,
certain
like content creators now, you know what I mean? People that make videos make money now. You know what I mean? So it's like I was just born in it. I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? I just think that people need to pay their workers more. But other than that, I like the thought of capitalism, man. I think that people should have the right to
there are good aspects to capitalism. Competition is one, you keep the price down. But there's certain industries, the competition is not really
like
doable. Healthcare is one.
Caring for humanity and paying hundreds of billions or billions of dollars for a fucking company to tweet shit instead of actually solving poverty or anything.
Says come to the UK, most Americans will easily get £1,200 a month just for being alive. There you go, Brian. Move to the UK for a while.
I think I would be a valuable member of a lot of societies and a lot of companies too, but just unfortunately for me, I haven't been able to connect with.
Now, let's we're going down this road, so let me start by
401k.
Well, let me start by saying though, I don't have the answers to everything. I'm not fucking Joe Stradamus. I'm just I'm a veteran dad from the Midwest who likes smoking weed and kicking it with my buddies on YouTube and in real life and going to Browns games. You know what I mean? I don't have all the answers. That being said, capitalism is not good for healthcare. It's not. I mean, you have to have. If there's no incentive to you can't have companies provide it at its current rate with the way we fund drugs and all that. So, I mean, for one, you know how I feel about weed. We need to be illegal. Regardless of weed, you have to just ban pharmaceutical companies. There's no need for insurance companies and pharmaceutical lobbyists. 29% of advertising on current media today is fucking pharmaceutical products. That's insane. More is spent on fucking pharmaceutical lobbying. I think it was spent on like fucking healthcare, or not healthcare, but like childcare and Head Start programs combined or some shit. It's the amount of money and we fund all these other systems too. And there are decent aspects of the American healthcare system. You can be seen in a decent time frame. You know what I mean, if you have a good health insurance plan, it's not too bad. But the people who have these really good plans, they're going to have to give a little on this end so we can get on this end. And the model I have that I think would be best, okay, equate it to the Postal Service, all right? You got the United States Postal Service, right? That's your baseline thing. They'll do everything. They'll mail you a package. You can mail a letter. Everybody in America has access to it. Everybody has a fucking postal code. Everybody has the post office box. Everybody has a mailbox, all right? But if you want extra shit, you can pay DHL. You can pay a FedEx. You can pay a UPS. Yeah, that's the capitalism part. So a combination of the two systems is what's needed. Obviously, I don't have the exact answers, but something along that line would work.
You was talking about that, but you were saying like when you said that about the medical stuff, I was thinking automatically like penicillin.
Mm-hmm.
You're like penicillin is a great saver. So like when it comes on like Blue Chew and stuff like that, like what is wrong with somebody letting everybody know that something is out there? That's if you got a problem, guess what? There's a fucking medicine out there. You might have to be a millionaire or have better medical coverage than anybody, but if you have fucking psoriasis or one left eye, or you need LASIK or deviated septum or plastic surgery or a bigger dick or want to be somebody else, or you know what I mean, anything like that, any problem that you have, I think that us as a society, we're growing farther because there is more now than there was.
Oh yeah, but it comes to a certain point too where Sharky, what's up, bud?
The cure for AIDS.
Oh, AIDS,
shit like that.
AIDS
cancer.
AIDS
cure
probably,
for cancer.
AIDS is probably be. It's gonna fuck a rain during this ball game, ain't it? That's gonna fucking suck.
You know what I'm saying though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
as far as like that.
That's the cancer thing is kind of weird because like there's a lot of
different kind of cancers.
Well, there's a lot of diseases that one could opine are really caused by a lot of shit out there, and they just don't know and they talk about. You know what I mean? It's like
I think more cancer treatments.
Well, these food additives, dude. It's fucking right there. These food additives.
I think the more cancer treatments might actually hurt a lot more patients than it does to solve their cancer problem. Like if somebody was to have a certain kind of cancer and they shoot that person with radiation and stuff like that, I think that person might have another 5 more years longer than them trying to prevent you from having more than 5 years or less than, you know what I mean?
Well, the cancer example,
cancer treatment.
Well, the cancer, Dorito, you would overdose on the big dick pills. I would too, so don't feel bad.
I would too.
Literally, if you had a pill that added an inch to your dick, say that pill would sell out across Asia, the world. That guy would be a
capitalism,
fucking trillionaire.
Capitalism.
Well, hello, Vanessa.
Blue
but the cancer thing is a perfect example of why direct capitalism doesn't work in healthcare, and I'll show you why. You got fucking people want like say you're my kid, all right? Taking to hospital. Oh, Brian has kidney cancer. Oh, I want the best for him ever. But everybody always wants the best, but nobody has the money to pay for the best.
But I think that's more.
That's what everybody wants.
Everybody could have an opportunity these days to have a fucking what's the account? GoFundMe.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? They sell themselves as being somebody more important than they are, or less than what they are. Is the majority of what people died. But then they'll get that. Like David Rockefeller had 9 heart transplants. You know what I'm saying? It was like there was more than one David Rockefeller that was an awesome dad or a good person that deserved that heart, but that fucking rich motherfucker got 5 heart transplants.
John D. Rockefeller he started in Cleveland.
David Rockefeller lived for a long time.
You talk about David Copperfield?
No, David Rockefeller. The man had just died at 102 like 5 years ago after like fucking 4 heart transplants.
Them Rockefellers, they lived well into their 90s, bro. But if you look into the history of the current schools, the Rockefellers and all them guys back in the day, they spent a lot of money establishing these schools so they can have an organization of trained workers. That's why a lot of people aren't free thinkers. They aren't. And the problem with the higher education system, too, is that we're training people for jobs that aren't there. We're not. Everybody wants to do the easy major, dude.
Because I'm a product of public schooling and stuff like that. To me, you shouldn't have to charge for the amount of information that you receive as a child. How good of you're paying for a good teacher, basically, is what you're paying for in school and stuff like that. Is that we all know and people know that work in that kind of stuff. You should pay teachers more. You know what I mean?
no information to a child or anybody else should be restricted. You know what I mean? It's like your science teacher and your math teacher can't teach you that. And they just taught you a college course, but they're not allowed to teach you fucking other good students. You know what I'm saying, Joe? I'm high. You get what I'm saying?
Totally.
I forget that we're on here and doing this.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a personal thing.
It's why people like the show, bro. They like the show because it's just like a normal conversation.
Well, that is real shit. You know what I mean? So like, we're all distracted by the bigger people in government and stuff like that. That we should be more concentrated on the people around us, our councilmen and stuff like that. That's actually going to do our state, our county, our city, our zone, our neighborhood better.
The problem I have with both parties is that you have two questions in this country. One, are the people getting fed? Two, do the people have housing? Probably three questions.
I don't care. As an American, I don't care about somebody that lives in Alaska. If the people in my state, Ohio, they can't treat their own community members with fucking respect and dignity and make up our own little laws, state laws first. If we don't all agree on our neighbors and stuff like that, how can we concentrate on somebody that has $200 million more than I have? Like, you know what I mean? If I can actually pay a congressman, you know what I mean, donate so they get to talk more. If I like what they say, that's kind of redundant and stupid.
No, back to the billionaire thing. Think about this. Jeff Bezos got like $15 billion in tax breaks. He spent $9 billion to send that dick rocket into space. We essentially paid for Jeff Bezos to go in his fucking space. Wouldn't it have just been cheaper to not give him the tax breaks to go on a space shuttle?
I don't care about men like that. Their money, they make no difference to me. Them, that's just putting them on a higher level of a profile.
You look like Ray Charles. You're talking off into the void with sunglasses.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? They have all this money and they could do the simplest things and help everybody around them. But they do stuff that are on a capitalist level. So I can't disagree with what the man do because they're making their lives like, you know, like people might hate Elon Musk, but they like Teslas. You know what I mean? It just don't
Troy's dropping it right there. Very, very few people pay attention to local politics. Like, for example, I mean, unless you're really involved, do you know who your councilman is right now? I sure as fuck don't.
I like to know people that live in my neighborhood because them are the people that I'm come after. Them are, you know, you're my neighbor. You know what I mean? Dude, you don't want to run over this pothole. You don't want to be robbed. You know what I mean? Do something about our little neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like the fire department and shit like that. You know what I mean? Everybody does that.
Exactly. All right, guys, we're running out of time, so I want to thank Brian for coming out. We're going down to the Browns game. Woo! Look for us in the dog pound. We'll be wearing these clothes. If you're watching the game on CBS or whatever channel it is, enjoy the game from the comfort of your beautiful house. If you're going down there, say hi. Join us on the 20th. Scott Sable's going to be on. That's a Sunday at 6:30. And then on the 25th, regular showtime, 5:30, Barry Shuck. He's a Browns analyst. He has a show on Fox on Tuesdays. He's going to be on live. We'll be talking a lot of Browns that day. I don't know who's going to be on there for next week, but we'll get somebody on there. And other than that, we'll talk to you guys next week. And I think Carlos live in about a half hour or something like that. Yeah, it's probably going to be raining at the fucking game. Not looking forward to that. I'm not going to lie. If it's raining bad, we might just go fuck a bar or something. But we'll see you guys later. Take it easy. Peace.